Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mike Meyer. Welcome to Tennis Inside Out. Everybody's eagerly waiting for the very anticipated match between two-time finalist Elena Rybakina and last year's finalist in the Miami Open, Jessica Pegula. This is going to be some match. Two players who are really on top form that's been spanning for a couple of months. Let's start with Elena Rybakina, Australian Open this year, 2026 champion, and Indian Wells a couple of weeks ago, finalist. Would like to make it third time lucky this time round and lift that trophy. She's got a great head-to-head record against Pegula, winning 5 out of 8 times, and most of those have occurred in the last couple of years. Pegula is obviously going to give a fight. Just so well right now on form. Where are my stats? Excuse me. Thought I had it somewhere here. There we go. So, just looking at the last time that these two have met, it was most recently in the Indian Wells, where Rybakina got the better of Jessica Pegula in straight sets. My goodness, yeah, this was exactly 12 days ago. Sanjay's in the house. Hello, hello. I see someone else wrote as well. Julio, I'll say that, wrote Gano Elena. So we definitely have a Rybakina fan in the house. Pegula and Rybakina have played already twice this year. Just have to go back to the Australian Open, where Rybakina got the better of Jessica Pegula. That was on the 29th of January in straight sets. And when I go back even to the end of 2025, Rybakina beat Pegula as well in 3 sets. And she's won the last 4 encounters. So since September last year, these two have met on 4 occasions. And Rybakina has managed to win 8 sets, only dropping 1. Every single time these two have met, in all 8 occasions, has been on hard court. You have to go back to the very first 2 occasions. Back in 2022, when Pegula got the better of Rybakina, first encounter was in 2 sets. Rybakina then lost in 3 sets a couple of months later. But this is going to be an interesting one. How is Rybakina going to play? What is she going to do? She's going to play to her strengths. Hopefully she can have a better first serve performance. I think this is something in a game that's been maybe not so consistent in terms of hitting aces. She's always done very, very well. Sometimes, mostly getting to even 2 digits. But I see that, she's bouncing back. She's hit a few double faults in each of her matches, getting to this quarterfinal. But the last match she did better. Sanjay, let's just quickly read what he's saying. Sanjay, they are 3-3 on hard court. 3-3. Oh. I see that a little bit differently. But showing up in hard court. Riyadh hard court. Billie Jean King Cup. That was World Cup. Again in Cancun hard court. Miami hard court back in 2023. Hard court in Mexico. Okay, well, I hope these stats are right, but I'm seeing that they've only ever met on hard court, and Rybakina has definitely got the better, winning in the last 4 occasions over the last 2 years. So she's definitely in the driving seat, even though Jessica Pegula is really on form. What do I expect from Rybakina? I expect high percentage first serves going in. I expect her to be on the front foot, using her weapon. I think she's got equally such a good forehand as she has a backhand. But I think it's really, she wants to try to use that forehand, and she's going to try to exploit it as much as possible, make it difficult for Jessica to find any type of rhythm. Because if I'm going to now move to Jessica Pegula, that's her game. Her strength is consistency. She needs to find rhythm, and if she can get into those long rallies with Rybakina, I really do feel that she will probably have the better. I've managed to watch more of Pegula in this tournament compared to Rybakina, and for Jessica, she's serving great, really getting a high percentage of first serves in. She's been very dominant when the ball is short. She finishes the points off clinically, looking very strong at the net. Has she really had a tough opponent yet? That's debatable. But what I do see is she hasn't dropped a set. She's going through the rounds quite convincingly. And it's just consistency is fantastic. I think I personally believe there's no one else on tour that's more consistent than Jessica Pegula. She's not as risky. She's not much of a risky tennis player. If I have to compare it to Sabalenka, maybe even Rybakina, but that consistency keeps her at the top. That's what allows her to be ranked number 5 in the world, staying inside the top 10 for such long periods of time. Yeah. What do you guys think? I've been posing this question most often. Who will win the first set? That should be small caps. I think this could go to 3 sets. Could also be a close, tight 2-setter. I think if Rybakina can stay aggressive on her returns, I think that could be a tough one for Pegula. Beating Jones in 1 set. Jones retired. Pegula then beat Fernandez in straight sets, and then Christian. Convincing. I mean, these are all good players, but they just quite are not at the caliber of, say, for example, Sabalenka. Rybakina is definitely in that group as well. And perhaps those two have separated themselves from the rest. We have Swiatek in 3rd, ranked 3rd. I think there's question marks over her ability and maybe her ranking. Obviously, she's done so well in the past. She's accumulated so many points that it's very difficult for her to drop out of the top 3. But, I mean, come on, let's be honest. By far, the most aggressive, hard-hitting, on the front foot tennis players right now on the women's tour have to be Sabalenka and Rybakina. And I don't think anyone can argue that. But, and I'll repeat myself again, Pegula is the most consistent out there. I don't think there's anyone more consistent. I see moments where Rybakina, the level can just drop a little bit. The talent and the skill that she has to then pick it up again is undoubtedly what makes her one of the best in the world. I think almost the same for Sabalenka in a sense, but they're both risky players. You know, I'm talking about these two have been in the final of the Indian Wells now and Australian Open. Yeah, sometimes, well, it seems like most of the time, if you are playing a little bit riskier, then you get the luck. The luck is on your side. And there's a fine line between taking risks and then going wild. Sometimes it can look that way, but the amount of control that Rybakina has on her baseline game, and the power that she gives from the baseline, especially on that forehand. Even Zabalenka has problems, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see how Pegula is going to handle this. She hasn't handled it very well thus far, losing twice already. Hasn't won a set against Rybakina. And I think if Rybakina, she's busy warming up her serve now. I'm just looking at that technique. So great, so great. If she can get those first serves in, get a high percentage in, I mean, Pegula is going to struggle again, and then it's going to feel like deja vu. It's going to really feel like deja vu for her. So very nice to see people casting their votes. Really cool. Pegula wants to get a couple of returns in. Makes sense. Get a feel of that powerful Kazakh serve. So Elena just wants to have a little sit down, tie her shoelaces. Pretty sure they're going to be starting any moment now. Thank you to everyone casting their votes. I must say, though, it is one thing to predict before matches start who's going to win. You can always look back at the last matches. If you're big fans of either of these players, probably been following them intensely, and you kind of already have a feel of what's going to happen. But when the match actually gets started, I think that's where we're going to really know who's on top, who's got the rhythm, who's in the zone. That's what we like to talk about as tennis players. Are they in the zone? If they're both in the zone, we're looking at top tennis. First serve onto the backhand. Return inside in. Pegula straight away pulled out into the backhand side, chasing it, but they're in a forehand cross court duel. What a forehand cross court! And this is what I was talking about. Rybakina, fantastic start. Oh, like a bullet. Probably has to retake that ball toss. Probably realized the sun is a little bit in the face. The court is completely divided. One half straight down the middle of the court is in shade. The other half has sunshine blazing onto Rybakina being on the advantage side. And tough start, double fault. I'm guessing in about 15 minutes or so, then the whole court should be under cover. Now she's in the shade on the due side. Tries to go out wide, finds the net. Oh, nice serve into the body. Jessica was kind of jammed. And then mishit from Rybakina back in cross court. And that's what I think Jessica's going to try to do is just keep away from Elena's forehand. That's really, if she can just try to find a short ball, I think she'll be happy to go hard and aggressive with the approach shot onto Rybakina's forehand side, or even go back to the backhand. Serve out wide. Too quick for Jessica. Couldn't control the double hand. Backhand. Return. Hi, Anna. Thank you very much. Oh, good pressure from Pegula. Comes the high ball. She lets it bounce behind the baseline, far behind the baseline, forehand into the middle court. Double hand back in cross court. Slice cross court from Pegula. Looking for the angle, but Rybakina hits an error. So ready in the opening game. Jessica Pegula has a break point. Let's see what Rybakina is now going to bring. A little skip to the right. Classic ace down the middle of the court. And she has a little bit of a smile on her face after that. Oh man, when you can just trust in that ability. Oh, forehand down the line. Rybakina drive forehand cross court for a winner. Standing just behind the service line. Hard serve down the middle. Return went back. It's a bit short. Rybakina is slamming her forehand right now. Jessica changes to the backhand side. Probably happy to stay there, but still it's coming at the same pace almost. Oh, wonderful forehand down the line from Pegula. Placement was perfect. Interesting. I'm going to mark that down in my mind. That was probably the longest rally. Pegula won it. And forehand goes long. Rybakina. She's just one of those players, though. You can't dismiss her. She can have a bad start, and she can adapt so nicely and come back and win it. Australian Open was maybe a little bit different. She had a better start. Sabalenka came back, and then it just looked like the Rybakina was falling apart, but no ways. Oh, missed the first serve. Double and back in return was long. So you can never count Rybakina out. Hello, Ghost. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Oh, there's the break. Unfortunate. Wow. So a few unforced errors. Pegula probably got the better in the long rally, finishing off with a stunning winner down the line. Okay, interesting. I'm not seeing ball boys, I'm seeing ball men. First serve into the net. Rybakina has to get aggressive. And she tried inside in backhand, but she only found the net. Yeah, it's already an early break. And I'm probably as shocked as anyone else, as everyone else is. Oh, wow. What a great first serve. Jammed Rybakina completely on the forehand side. Can only imagine how uncomfortable that was. Right elbow in the right hip. Looked like a mishit. Slice out wide. Big forehand cross court. There was power, but there wasn't enough height. Oh, wow. I think another unforced error at Rybakina. Shucks. See, that's the thing. You can make your prediction, and when the match starts, then you see it for what it is. Yes, Chris is in the house. I agree. I agree. Rybakina needs time to warm up. She can adapt really, really well. I just think if she gets a too bad of a start, and Pegula is hot right now. Forehand return is long. Um, Stopping Pegula from continuing. She's also playing very well. She's hitting rallies all over the place. She's the type of player that likes to find her rhythm, and as I've said already, just so consistent. It doesn't feel like she has a weapon. She can easily use the power of her opponents, use it against them. Her timing is incredible, and yeah, Rybakina is gonna have to wake up soon. Oh, Pegula is finding excellent length, but there's her probably first unforced error. Unusual rally for these lazy ladies being at this level. Host said that shadow down the middle of the court got to be tough for both these players. Yes, I like that you said that. It is. It's for both players. Wow, what a return cross court. Rybakina is just like a half a step too late, reacting too late. Jessica Pegula is a tough out, is a tough one. Yeah, she is. It will take a long time to break her, but I think if Rybakina can get into this match and find a form and power, accuracy, then she's almost unstoppable. Oh no. This time was a little bit forced, being pulled out on the forehand side. But that's what these professionals have to do. They can see for themselves what the conditions are. Nature has the sun above their heads. The stadium is causing so much difficulty with the shadow. Why doesn't Rybakina use it to her advantage? I mean, it's the shadow is half on the advantage service block and half sunshine. Oh, she tries to go down the line. That looked like a double fault. What is she doing? I would be going for the body serve. So it's like right there between, right on the cusp of the shadow and the sun, and then see if Pegula can handle it. Never mind it just being inside or directly on her body. Try to go down the middle. Another double fault. Second service game with a double fault. Forehand cross court. Oh, Pegula's finding great length. They're in a backhand cross court duel, but Jessica now hits her backhand in the net. She's not a machine, she is human. Girlfriend hates that Rybakina always wears the same red Yonex shoes, no matter the color pattern on the rest of her kit. Yeah. Maybe she's doing that to put off the other women. They're like, what? What a clash. Why would she do that? And then they're not focusing on tennis. Jessica is definitely not getting distracted. Kick out wide to the backhand. Cross court return back and slice down the line, but it's in the net. My goodness, just saved 2 break points. Thanks, Gustav. I've been calling you Ghost, Gustav. I'm reading it properly. Thank you very much. I like to always keep it in mind. There's probably zero wind there. I'm just looking around. It's in a stadium as well. It's going to be covered. Oh, so he jumped in the body, trying to get the backhand cross court. They're in a backhand cross court duel. Oh, just get change direction, but she only finds the doubles court in the tram lines. How badly Eleanor needs this game for her confidence. Just to get the match started. Always looks so calm. Always so calm. Gustav works. Okay, I'll call you Gustav from now on. Goes down the middle, forehand, inside in return, targeting the forehand side. Does Pegula, and it worked. Rybakina couldn't get her forehand over the net. Gustav Klimt is one of your favorite painters. Can't say I've heard the person. Heard of him before. Slice out wide to the forehand. Good aggressive forehand return from Jessica. She's under pressure now. I can see Rybakina is probably settling in. She got the forehand late. That's kudos to Jessica. She was really under pressure. From that second serve already, Rybakina was controlling the point, moving Pegula around, eventually trying to go hard on the forehand of Pegula, but her timing, just fantastic. It's probably her first real challenge in this tournament. Playing such a player. Good return. And Rybakina just can't get it in. She's missing the lines. 3-love for the American. And I don't think anyone would have thought this would have happened. Oh my goodness. Klimt was an Austrian. I bet if you saw his painting, you'd remember him. Oh, okay. The Kiss. Why not? Print. Kiss. Sanjay's asking, why is Rybakina look like she's in a hurry? There was someone in the chat the other week that said maybe she parked her car wrong in the wrong place and she knows very soon the traffic officer is going to come and put a ticket there between the front windscreen and the window wiper. Oh, yeah, okay, of course, man. Yeah, okay. I've seen this before. Ooh, down for that. A little bit of culture as well being shared here. Thank you, Gustav. Yeah, this is a wacky start to this match. She's in a hurry, but also sleepwalking through the first set. Wow, good serve out wide. Back and slice cross court. She looks sluggish as well. Gula, on the other hand, is sharp. She's smart, playing intelligently. Yeah, seeing that ball like a football, just can't miss right now. Timing's good. Defending well. I tried to go big with the forehand cross court. maybe the first time I see her forcing it a little bit. You can see that in her head movement, just a slight jerk, just trying to force the movement. I don't know. I don't find that classic at all. It's can lose a lot of control. Good return. Oh, I thought that was out from Rybakina. They're in a forehand cross-court draw. Pegula decides to change direction, and the backhand cross-court is not looking safe for Rybakina right now. Maybe she's feeling the pressure even more now. Felt it in her first game when she was serving. Probably feels that she needs to go close to the lines. Tempted first serve down the middle of the court. An outswinger is out. Kick into the backhand. Big backhand return straight to Pegula, but preparation is so good. She's taking the racket back early. There was probably too much power for Pegula. She misses a forehand cross court, 30 all. Something there that's possibly coming together. Rybakina's got to remember that. She's got an opportunity, regardless if she's got a forehand or backhand, go hard on Pegula's forehand. Excuse me. Wow, not the best serve. What a forehand return cross court. And now it's Rybakina's turn to break the American and inject a little more confidence into her game. Possibly even a bit of hope. Pegula goes hard down the line. Drop shot from Pegula, smart tennis. Very intelligent play. Very intelligent play. It's juice. Have you ever hit with one of those Yonex E-zones? I recall, but there was another one. There was like a black-red one. I'm not familiar with Yonex. I'm personally a big head fan. It's just the racket that felt so good. Oh, what a first serve down the tee. But I do hear very positive things about this brand, Yonex. Interesting shape as well. When you look at the detail, how the frame looks, it's almost box shape with curved edges. Oh, what a return! And forehand drive volley winner down the line from Rybakina. I think for her sake, she's finding a little bit of momentum now, getting into the groove. This is more her style, dictating the point. Wow, what an angled forehand winner cross court by Pegula. Fantastic return. But I think Rybakina might have to think about moving Pegula around. It was hit straight at her on the forehand side. Pegula dealt with it well. Double hand backhand return in the net. Phenomenal. Never in my wildest dreams I would have thought that Pegula would take a 4-love lead in the first set. We're nowhere near the end of this match, but oh my word. No one can write in the group and say that they predicted this. Pegula will go on to smash her back in the opening set. I don't think so. I still hit with an old Babolat. Pure drive. Yeah. That was another racket. There we go. Now she gets the backhand cross court in. Big winner for the Kazakh. I still hit with an old Babolat pure drive. Also, I played with Babolat. Wow, but that was a long time ago. when Carlos Moya was playing. Was he playing with Babolat? I recall he was. I always wanted to play with Wilson, but I find it such a stiff racket. I don't know if it suited my game. I'm mostly a serve and volleyer, like being at the net. I'm very comfortable being at the net. Jeepers, I find that sweet spot is just so small. But yeah, that's the Wilson of old. I haven't touched a Wilson racket in 15 years. Good pressure from Rybakina, trying to own the net. Oh, Jessica just missed the passing shot cross court. So close. This could be a quick first set, says Gustav. 30 minutes. Yeah. Well, there's definitely fight coming from the Kazakh. Rybakina is definitely not giving up. I would have gone for Rybakina as well in the first set. I mean, just looking at the stats. There we go. There we go. An ace for Rybakina, just to make it look a little more like reality. Still, the scoreline is a shocker. Yeah, Gustavo also thought Rybakina would be cruising, or at least would win the first set. And there we go, maybe starting to find a little bit of form. Wins her service game 2-love. But you have to admit, Pegula is in the driving seat, leading 4-1 in this opening set. Oh my word. She's been broken twice. Pegula's looking steady. And I guess for Pegula's sake, she doesn't want the beast to wake up. She can stay dormant right now. With Rybakina, it's like she's starting to yawn, she's starting to open her eyelids, and for her, she's going to start to see a bit more daylight. And for Pegula, maybe the darkness might settle in. There was a terrific game. That was 4 points in a row on Rybakina's serve. Maybe getting a little agitated. No, maybe not agitated. Maybe getting hard on herself. This should be, in her books, unacceptable to be losing her first 2 service games. Doesn't matter what round it is. If it was in the final, I think she would also say that's unacceptable. But you never know. You never know with Rybakina. She's got such an acting face, can I say? She's got such a interesting character, doesn't show so much emotion, doesn't celebrate like most other players. Pegula is quite similar in the sense, in the same way. Her serve is improving. That's good. She's waking up a bit, says Gustav. Totally agree. Totally agree. I think even on the return as well, it's showing. Oh, but Pegula's serve, this is something that's been fantastic to witness. So impressed with her first serve development. Trying to go out wide, clip the top of the net, second serve. Pretty sure Rybakina is going to climb all over this one. On the backhand, she goes hard. No, not that hard. It was just placed cross court, back and down the line from Rybakina. Ball's on a forehand that was very low. There's always 2 ways you can pick up a low ball. You can either use the racket face to do so, or you get down in the knees. Rybakina is not the type of player to be hitting high topspin balls. Yes, there's topspin on her balls, but I think when she's hitting the ball, she's striking the ball more from back to front and less vertically from low to high. Pegula's balls do look awkward in all the games I see her play. Slice cross court. Rybakina is taking control. She's at the net. Beautiful backhand cross court. And she tried to. Rybakina lost the point. looked like she was trying to play a double hand half volley on the backhand side, double hand backhand half volley. Didn't trust herself, one hand. Forced errors right now. Rybakina 13 to Pegula's, was it 7? Oh my word. Just put that into perspective. Pegula, from the advantage side, seals her service game to love with an ace out wide. She's going over the highest part of the net. You know, I was thinking, the seed, the number, the ranking, it's only a number. And then you look at the players and you think Rybakina should be hitting aces all day. But Pegula's doing the same, and she's a lot shorter. 5'6". I mean, that's impressive. All right, into the 7th game. And again, Rybakina slams her forehand in the net. It just looks like it's out of her hitting zone. Pegula's doing something there that's putting her off. Impressive from the American, because Rybakina is not looking comfortable. And that has to boil down to how Pegula's hitting the ball. Inside in forehand from Rybakina, high lob, and forehand drive volley winner with angle by Rybakina, 15-all. So impressive how Rybakina can take volleys out of the air like that. I was coached to let it bounce. Oh, no, drive volley. Oh, go for it. Gustav, practice it. That's just part of the game now. I'd say one of the first people to, what I remember implementing it every single match so often, were the Williams. I think Serena just perfected it. Oh my gosh, Pegula clips the top of the net, rolls over onto Rybakina's side. Lady Luck is also on Jessica's side. I think even if it didn't hit the net, I think it was going to be a winner. She's probably celebrating inside. Who was the best drive volley? Who has the best drive volley now? Out of the ladies? Oh, I think I got to stick with Zabalenka. I think she just crushes them. I mean, everyone's playing pretty well. Pegula's not. I mean, Rybakina is handling it very well. I find those are very difficult. High moon balls, like lobs, landing on the service line. In the olden days, probably would have just taken it like you take a smash, let it bounce, smash it. But to play drive volley like that, unbelievable. Drop shot. Rybakina read it well, though. Double hand backhand down the line for a winner, 40-30. I think Zabalenka. I think she's got the best drive volley. So game point, starting to find her feet in this match. And that could be dangerous. That could be worrisome for Pegula. Oh, great second serve down the middle. Big forehand out wide to the backhand of Pegula, who can only steer her backhand in the net. It's 5-2. Gustav. Saba, yes, of course. Good shot. She's a beast. Love her power. Timing's fantastic. I think I'm wondering, like, most players would rather hit a forehand drive volley. But the question is then, who actually has the best backhand drive volley? Who's out there trying to hit a backhand drive volley? I have Zabalenka in my head. I mean, if it's that high and it's a little bit on the backhand side, the players will go around. I see that in the men's game as well. You don't try to hit a backhand drive volley. Maybe if you don't have a choice and it's not quite a lob, but it's looking somewhat like a high volley. Then you just stop, wait, then you play the backhand drive. It's the players who are the most aggressive who are going to play them most often. And I think that was the reason why I also mentioned Serena Williams. It was so amazing to see how often she was implementing it. I didn't see that in the men's game. Federer, men's game. I don't remember him doing it in the early days of his career. Finish off the point quickly. That's what it's about. Oh, so what does that mean? Oh, Rybakina is a Gemini. I'm guessing she has split personality, 2 personalities. She's a machine on court and then human off the court. 5-2, Jessica starts with a serve out wide, great return. Rybakina is inside the court and a double hand backhand winner down the middle of the court. Pegula stopped in her tracks trying to run to the forehand side. Why would she have run to the forehand as well? It's all in the moment, making these split-second decisions. That was awfully slow. Looked like a second serve down the middle of the court. Yes, Marek! Big shout out, everyone from Mauritius. Is everyone in Mauritius? 15 all. A holiday destination. That's where people should be right now. Wow, what a forehand coming to the net. Beautiful backhand volley from Rybakina. Stunning. She meant it. Their left hand stayed on the racket. That was interesting. Kick onto the backhand, and backhand return was possibly too wild. Rybakina also has that element of going too much. The head starts to jerk. Can lose control there in the body ever so slightly. Great first serve from Pegula, straight down the middle. Wow, my goodness, set point. First serve down the middle. Good return from Rybakina, but what a response. Defensive, one-hand backhand cross-court wins the point. Rybakina didn't know where to move, and the first set is wrapped up 6-2. Phenomenal. I don't think anyone could have planned that. Bro, I got some family business to attend to now. Enjoy the match. Peace out. Cheers, Gustav. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, if you're a Rybakina fan, I think you'll feel quite hard done by it. This was incredible. First serves, 1 percentage, 85% for Pegula, only 56 for Rybakina. 12 winners for Rybakina in the first set, only 4 for Jessica. Unforced errors, look at that. 2 for Jessica, but 12 for Rybakina, and 12 forced errors as well. And that's what I mean. Pegula's greatest strength is that she gets every ball back. And I think what's improved even more now is that she picks the right shots to hit the winner. She only hit 2 winners. That's incredible. It felt like probably a few more. But that just shows if Rybakina as well can just pick up her game and start to perform better, I don't think Pegula will have a chance. She's quick around the court, but she struggles with that pace. As soon as it gets over a certain mile per hour, probably more unforced errors will start to accumulate in Pegula's game. Well, that was a very quick set. And I think I can end the poll. Wow, so many votes. Thank you very much. Contributing. 78% of you in the chat voted that Rybakina was going to win the first set. I tell you what, I thought she was also going to win it. I thought they would be far closer. I thought it would be a much closer set in favor of Rybakina, but Pegula ran away with it. Inconsistency from the Kazakh made it difficult. Books and stamps. Hello to you. Hello from everyone. And Rybakina has taken a timeout. Pegula walks across the court to her coach. They're going to have a word. All the team, they're all chatting now with one another. For all the Rybakina fans out there, they're definitely going to want her to step on court with that Elena attitude that we are so accustomed to. She was waking up, and that happened too late in the first set. At 4-love, I thought that she flicked the switch. Something's turned on, and she's been able to hold those service games. Maybe a little bit of an advantage now, starting the set with her serve. First set in the quarterfinals. Wow. So being in the quarterfinals, Decisive Pegula has won 26 times the first set and only lost 4. So this seems to be a very common occurrence in her game. That's a huge percentage. Wow. That's really a lot. You would think that this timeout would suit the Kazakh now. Just breaking the rhythm of Pegula ever so slightly. She has made it to her bench right now. Elena just setting everything up. And progresses to move over to the baseline where she'll select the balls and get the second set started. Misses the first serve down the middle of the court now. Second serve was hard and aggressive onto the backhand. Forehand drive volley in the net from Rybakina. I was having a word with Gustav. He's left now. But I find that those balls are the toughest. They're so high. Why doesn't Rybakina just play the smash? Pretty sure that's what the coaches are talking about, surely. Wow, ace out wide, very nice. Big serve out to the backhand, aggressive play from Rybakina, but Pegula stands tall, slamming her authority on the court, even though she was defending. She counterattacked that forehand cross court wonderfully, pushing Rybakina back. Sometimes she just looks like she's hitting late. That arm is bent, the elbow is close to the hip. Tough. 30-all. Second serve. Backhand cross court. Pegula doing very well with what she's dealing with, and in the end forcing the error again from Rybakina. Oh, she's starting this first set the way she started the match. Break point opportunity for Pegula. Conversion rate has been fantastic in this match. Good first serve out wide, double hand backhand out. Jessica knows that was an opportunity. I can't imagine she's going to get many of them. Rybakina is starting to wake up. Just coughing into her sweatband. Misses the first serve down the tee. She likes that one. And on the juice side. Well, that was very smart. Kick on the forehand. And Jessica had to take that really high, very uncomfortable position for Pegula to play the return. Incredibly difficult to get the racket face over the ball. I mean, that was probably head height, maybe slightly above it. Forehand return was short. Topspin forehand approach down the line. I don't know if that was intentional. But that was unusual to see Rybakina play like that. Like she's trying to play safe with the approach shot. Unforced errors now. Rybakina is on 13. Pegula's still stranded on 2. Misses that first serve down the tee. So this is something that's really going to have to change very soon. At least from the next point. I thought she was having a good start, but now that there's a bit more of a pressure situation, it's not getting it in. But Rybakina has advantage. And she finishes off the game with an ace down the middle of the court. Bit of a shaky start. Once again, it was like deja vu, being 30-40 down on her service game. Managed to hold. But the serve, for the first time, especially the second serve, was really causing Pegula problems. Could see that. First serve hard into the backhand, return is long, landing very close to Pegula's feet. 15 love. First serve onto the backhand again. Hard hitting from Pegula. She goes down the line. Precision, perfect. What a winner. This is what I've been seeing a lot of Pegula. But to do it so early in the rally, it's a sign of confidence. Gosh, another first serve in. Good defensive backhand return. They're hitting backhands to one another. Pegula, I think, has got the edge. But, trying the drop shot, bringing Rybakina forward. Pegula's too quick. She scuffed it down the line. Good play from Rybakina. To the drop shot, played an angled forehand, short cross court, then pulling Pegula in. I'm going to keep my eye on her now. Too much wrist action. She had to lock the wrist more, almost like a pedal shot. Pegula tried to flick that wrist, lost control. Double hand backhand in the net. Looking very comfortable right now in a service game. Kick onto the backhand. Inside of backhand, that looked awkward. It's out, 1-all. And ace down the middle of the court, through the center, misses Fenter. Wow. Another ace down the middle of the court. Serve out wide, return in the net. Jessica just took it a little bit late. Again, another first serve, not a bad return. And leaning backwards. Rybakina tried to hit a forehand inside in, but she only found the tram lines, 40-15. Second serve. Forehand in the net from Rybakina. She's struggling on her service games. But as if she's not getting that first serve in. Yeah, Pegula's doing well there. The first serve's in, double and back in return, hits the top of the net, comes back to Jessica's side. 2-1. RE for Gomez. Pegula, nice. We have a Pegula fan here in the chat. She's doing well, but she's struggling more now on returning Elena's serve, who's definitely improving since being 4-love down in the first set. Rybakina has most definitely improved, winning 4 of those last 7 games. Kick into the backhand, inside in backhand return was probably too hard and aggressive for Pegula to handle. Love 15. Let first serve. Wow, good serve onto the forehand. Almost felt though Elena crammed herself. She kind of walked into that ball. Struggles when her arm is not free. I think if she already made her mind up to hit that forehand, and then she can't swing away from the body. Very tough. I think it's tough for anyone to control. Smart play by Pegula. She doesn't have such a threatening second serve, so she's targeting the backhand. But now drive volley down the line, double hand backhand in the net by Rybakina. Pegula is very strong behind her service games. You can see that. EP6, I think that's what it's saying. Shout out saying Rybakina, go! Keeps going like this. It looks like it's going to be a very close set. If there's one person... Oh, that was aggressive play. Beautiful backhand cross corner. Eventually, Rybakina just notched it up a level. Too hard. Precision was great. Pegula couldn't control her double hand backhand over the net. Body serve, and the return is out. Rybakina hits her forehand in disappointment, high, probably into the stands. Game point. Oof, almost hit an ace out wide. Kick onto the backhand. Oh, any other day, Rybakina would have nailed that backhand return down the line. Whole court was open. The kick serve was very short. Maybe Elena expected it to bounce deeper. Probably could have helped her. Sanjay Miana. Ryba is playing for Pegula. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely tightened up. I thought the first 4 games was just like, here. Have the first 4 games on a silver platter. Beautiful forehand down the line. There comes the high lob again. Smash out in the tram lines. I almost feel that Pegula's playing an uncomfortable game of tennis. Most of the points, 99% of the points, are looking like tennis points. But when she's under pressure, she goes defense, hitting high up into the sky. There again, second attempt. Smash out in the tram lines. 2 points in a row. This is just intelligent play by Jessica. This is definitely not ugly tennis. Maybe that's why Rybakina was trying to hit drive volleys from these very high moon balls. Oh, she tried to go hard with the forehand down the line. Pegula misses it. (15:30). Big first serve down the middle of the court. Wasn't a bad return. Backhand slice from Pegula now. And double hand backhand in the net. All. After hitting two disappointing smashes. She's come back nicely. Rybakina in her service game. Getting more first serves in. That's a short return. Forehand cross court. There comes the high lob again. Another smash. In the net. Oh my word. Yeah, of course, we can all count, showing three fingers to her coaching team. And, oh, wow. And, okay, that's not good. If it happens again, and I think Pegula's just going to keep hitting these moon balls in defense, it allows it to come back as well. Just let the ball bounce. It's okay. It's okay. Let the ball bounce then. Get your confidence back. Let the ball bounce and then smash it, or decide if you want to hit a forehand. My goodness. Second serve, first serve is in the net. Kick out wide to the backhand. Good aggressive double hand back in return. And now Jessica looked a bit crammed on the forehand side. Couldn't free that arm. She hits a forehand in the net. Juice. Serve out wide, and not a bad return from Pegula. It did land out, but it was so close to the baseline. Oof. Misses the first serve out wide. Kick onto the backhand. Beautiful winner stepping into the court. Very brave from Jessica. Took at the highest point. Maybe that's a little bit easier than playing with the forehand. It looked like the contact point was above her head, or above head height rather, but steered it wonderfully down the line. Kick into the middle of the court. Oh my word! Pegula was jammed in the body, but was able to direct that forehand for a return winner onto the backhand side of Rybakina. Just too slow to adjust, get out of that serve momentum. Oh my goodness. Nice backhand down the line, winner for Rybakina. This is exciting stuff. Big serve out wide. Return was a little bit short, but it was cross court. Oh, Rybakina just picked a spot. She knew what she was going to do. And as professional tennis players, they have to have a game plan. They need to be thinking like chess players do, 2, 3, 4 moves ahead of time. Oh, great pressure from Pegula. It looked like the pressure was coming from Eleanor after the serve, wanted to come to the net, but Pegula, I think, had a little bit easy. It was played right back at her, and she just hit it hard and aggressive cross court. Backhand volley in the net from Eleanor. Oh, good fight from Pegula, running all over the court. This is amazing tennis at its highest level right now. But it's almost every game now Rybakina has where she's serving. She's fighting for it. Second serve. Oh, wow. What a change up. I think Pegula felt the same way or thought the same way as everyone else that Rybakina was going to go kick down the middle on the backhand side. She sliced the second serve out wide for an ace. Is she going to change it up here again? Or is she going to go to the backhand? Now she goes down the middle. That's a short return. Forehand cross court. Pegula guesses the right way. Hits it high up into the air. But this time it goes out. What a struggle. It's 3-2. What a fight. Just seems as though Pegula has a solid game plan when she's serving. Everything that comes after that first serve going in, even the second serve, it's been orchestrated, it's been practiced over and over on the practice courts. For Rybakina, she's fighting the whole time, fighting for those inches. And yeah, she's gifting so many breakpoint opportunities to Jessica. That's going to have to change. And really, Rybakina is trying to change. She's really trying to make it work. She's toned down, she's cut back on all those unforced errors that obviously added up to her losing that first set. First of wide onto the forehand, not a bad return cross court. Pegula plays it hard down the line onto the backhand of Rybakina. They've changed it up now to the forehand, and that's going to go long from Pegula. Good aggressive play from Elena. So serve out wide, well placed. That's not going to drop in the court. 15-all. Second serve. Slice down the middle, wanted to jam. Oh, brilliant backhand cross-court winner. I think she was trying to jam Rybakina in the body on the backhand side. Responded well. Came back short thereafter. Beautiful backhand winner cross-court from the Kazakh. Trying with that first serve into the body. It makes sense. But Pegula hit it long. Wow, 15-30. And a double fault. The cracks are starting to reveal themselves can never think when you're playing Rybakina. I think for these ladies, just, oh yeah, I'm in the driving seat. I'm going to win this. Wow, but what a response off that double fault. An ace down the middle of the court. First serve in the net. Where's she going to go now? She's probably not going to go down the middle again. Onto the backhand kick. Hard cross court pushing Pegula back, but the backhand pushed Rybakina back. Forehand inside in. And it goes long. Rybakina breaks. That is a little bit of a surprise. I was complimenting Pegula so much, how she's been so dominant behind her serve. Hit a double fault, not enough first serves in this last game, and struggled trying to win the point off her second serve. What a start to a game. Always great to experience that as Eleanor starts with an ace down the middle of the court. Forehand chip return. Allowed Rybakina to go forward, but she decided to stay back. Inside in forehand. Rybakina is using her legs more, trying to stay low. Whoa. Oh, Jessica Pegula misses her inside in forehand. 30 love. Impressive. Big first serve down the tee, one hand backhand, first bouncing on Pegula's side and then into the net. Ball boy fetches the ball. 40 love. And 70 minutes have gone by. Good return. Down the line. Rybakina couldn't get a forehand over the net. 40-15. She had a short distance to travel, but after hitting that first serve so hard out wide, Pegula just found good timing, blocking that double hand backhand return with power down the line. It's tough for Rybakina, but she closes off her service game the way she started, with an ace. Wow. Now it's all just starting to make sense again. Rybakina finally breaks Pegula. I just wonder if this is the start of something. It all depends how Pegula's going to start this next service game. She's shaking in her boots. Rybakina has definitely improved a lot. Feels like those first 4 games in that first set, when she was love 4 down, just a thing in the past now. It's history, because it's just not the same person. More consistent, playing more aggressive, the tennis that we know and we've seen so often from Rybakina. Serving is great. Look at the last service game, 2 aces. The ladies get up from their seat. Umpire calls time. Oh, what a tough shot to play. It was a great response. Good double hand backhand. Return right back at Pegula on her feet. Jessica was able to somehow jump back, steer her forehand cross court for a winner. Rybakina is not the most agile when she's already decided where in what direction she's going to move. She doesn't come back. But there's another double fault. She tries to go with the second serve down the middle. It doesn't look very effective, even if it goes in. I think Rybakina would just, she would just be all over that with a forehand. Changing something up now. Good serve out wide, forehand, return, chip is out. Good inside in, forehand return. Pegula's under pressure, just playing right back to Rybakina, who's now owning the court. That's better to hit a drive volley. It's a sweeter height. Inside out forehand drive volley winner. It wasn't a typical moon ball that she's been experiencing for the last 1.5 sets. Pegula hits the top of the net and goes out. Second serve, 30-all. Rybakina inside the court tries to go big with the inside in backhand return. (40-30). Lucky Jessica. Good for serve, jamming. Rybakina in the forehand side. That was immense power. Inside in forehand. Jessica did get to the ball, but just couldn't do anything about it. First serve's in, but it's a let. Oh, what an ace down the middle of the court. Kick out wide. Oh, a thumping backhand return cross court with angle. Jessica just running towards that shot, but nowhere near that ball. First serve out wide, opens up the court. Fantastic return from Rybakina. Great response from Pegula, being under pressure. Probably having those two hands on the racket, just allowing Jessica to control the racket face, use the power of Rybakina's forehand return to just steer the ball cross court. She has a second serve. Kick out wide to the backhand, and backhand return in the tram lines. 5-3. Serving for the set. Rybakina is still in a good position. Lots of talk, hand signaling going on from Jessica and her team. Looking very despondent, negative, asking, it looks like lots of questions. But the show must go on. First serve, let. Kick into the body. Jessica clips the top of the net. Another smash way out. It's just getting worse. Fourth smash attempt from Rybakina. And I'm not too sure that was such a difficult... No, okay, I think that lob was probably the best out of the 4 smash attempts that Rybakina's had. Wasn't able to move back quickly enough to get in the right position. Oh, missed the first serve down the tee. Rybakina hard into the forehand. Not a bad return, pushing Rybakina back in the middle of the court. They're in a backhand cross-court duel. Jessica just can't get under the ball enough, slamming her racket a few times now with the left hand. Being very vocal on court. Unusual to see Jessica like this. I haven't seen her really perform like this now, the way she's acting. Oof, hard hitting from Rybakina, and in the end, forehand in the net. She was really trying to put pressure on the American. And Jessica doing what Jessica does, just defending, getting every ball back, was enough. Rybakina hit her forehand in the end in the net, and just can't seem to land her first serves. Second serve. Kick out wide to the backhand. Hard down the line, or hard hitting from both players. Jessica tries to take away the pressure, plays a backhand slice down the line. Good approach. Backhand drive volley winner down the line from Rybakina. 30-all. Probably a little too far on the backhand side for Pegula's liking. Would have liked Rybakina to try for a normal smash. Attempted again. First serve down the tee. Was out. Second serve. Very aggressive on the backhand side of Pegula. Dealt with it well. Just hitting backhands now. Hard hitting from both ladies. And it's set point. First serve out wide, and the return is long. Rybakina gets a reward. She has taken the second set. 6-3. And what a set it was. Pegula gets us underway to start the third set. This is a first serve down the tee. Inside out backhand return winner for Rybakina. Good backhand down the line. Rybakina now hits a high moon ball. Drive volley down the middle of the court. Backhand down the line from Rybakina. Caught on her feet. Couldn't get the ball out. 15 all. Volley from Jessica. First serve onto the backhand. Good inside out backhand return again. Hard hitting from Rybakina. Just too much for Pegula. Wild forehand. Probably not that wild, to be honest. Just couldn't deal with the pace from Eleanor's forehand side. Second serve. Wow, inside the baseline. That's aggressive play. What a return cross court. Incredible. Oh my. Oh, beautiful grip change. Stunning winner. And Jessica was there, but only to see it go in. Misses a first serve on the line. Sorry, down the middle of the court. Second serve into the body. Forehand return in the net, but that was definitely awkward looking. 30-40. First serve. No ways. No ways. What an inside out forehand return winner. Must have landed outside of the inner tram line. Fantastic. But for Pegula, the luck is starting to dissipate and dissolve in front of her eyes. She didn't even stop, didn't even take a sip of water, just carried on walking, waiting for Rybakina now, who I think would have just taken a few seconds, had a sip of water. She's got her normal routine. Pegula's not in her space right now. Beautiful ace out wide, and Rybakina is just in the zone right now. Oh, big serve out wide. And the lob goes high and long. The return, 30 love. Another ace out wide, as Jessica thought Rybakina was going to go down the middle of the court. 40 love. Jessica is not happy. You can see on her face, tightening of the bottom lip, biting of the bottom lip as well. Oof. Almost sealed this game with an ace down the middle. Oh, okay. Rybakina is confident. Tried to look like another first serve down the tee, but was out. 40-15. She's going to go out wide again. Down the middle, blocked back. It's short, inside in, forehand. Forehand cross court from Pegula. Rybakina is really in the zone. Beautiful forehand winner down the line, deep and close to the tram line. Stunning to watch. Stunning to watch. She just grows into these matches, these big matches especially. You can never count Rybakina out. Incredible. Second serve. Love to. Onto the forehand. What an aggressive return straight at Pegula in her body. Just trying to get any bit of racket onto the ball. Whoa. Pegula wins with great pressure on the backhand side. Haven't seen that in a while from Rybakina. One hand backhand. Defensive lob. Flew long behind the baseline. Almost an ace out wide. Slice again on the forehand. What a return. Oh no, it was out. It was out. I thought that Rybakina clipped the back of the baseline 4 millimeters out. Good body serve. Return is long. 40-15. And an ace down the middle of the court just to inject a little more hope into this match for Jessica Pegula. Rybakina is definitely in the driving seat though. That first serve is deadly. It's hitting more aces, looking way more consistent. Fewer unforced errors as we progress through this match, set by set, game by game, just looking stronger behind her serve. I think she would make life easier if she had to break Pegula just once, or at least another time, once more. But she'll probably be also very happy just to continue winning her service games right to the end of this match. Could get trickier though at the end, and Pegula might see that she's still in the game, and having that hope and belief that she can still win could change it up a bit. But still, if Rybakina can win this next game, make it 3-1, Pegula knows what the score is. The pressure is on the American. And I think if we're going to be very honest, Eleanor thrives under pressure. One thing is she does so well. Probably the main reason why she's in this position, as we see, losing the first set, coming back in the second, and now dominating in this third set. First serve out wide, opens up the court, double and back in the net from Rybakina. Wow. It felt like the ball just didn't bounce enough, didn't bounce up. But still, that's exactly what Rybakina would have wanted, regardless of using her backhand. The court was wide open. Great serve out wide. And it bounces out in the tram lines. Short by the net, 15-all. Big ace down the middle of the court. A big first serve down the middle of the court. Good return. They're in a backhand cross-court duel. Backhand slice now just to change up the rhythm. And it put Rybakina off. Forehand was long. Wow, 15-30. Kicks her onto the forehand. Return is chipped back by Pegula. She's under pressure. Hits a moon ball. Elena lets it bounce. Inside in forehand. Approaches the net. Drop shot volley. Brings Pegula forward but can't control her lob. Good aggressive play. Smart play with that drop shot volley. 30 all. First serve is out wide. Oh, Pegula just gets there. 3/4 court. Beautiful forehand winner down the line. And just in case, Rybakina continued moving forward to the net in preparation for a volley, but it didn't materialize. Forehand was great. A little bit of an outswinger. Game point. What a forehand winner down the line on the run. Pegula wins the point. Impressive play by the American. Started already with the return. It wasn't bad with the inside in forehand from Elena. Ah, there we go. Just zooming into the coach. Why are you pushing the forehand back? Hit it back. Probably telling Rybakina. Kick onto the backhand, inside in backhand cross courts, inside our forehand. Clips the top of the net, Pegula. Oh, changes direction. What a backhand winner down the line by Rybakina. Advantage to the Kazakh. Yeah, maybe that net cord changed Rybakina's mind. Just popped out nicely for her. She was allowed to take 2 steps forward inside the baseline and then just pick her spot. Flip into the forehand. Hard hitting from both ladies. Jessica's a little bit more under pressure. Drop shot from Rybakina. Oh, well executed. Pegula got there, just couldn't control the single hand backhand. It's 1-3. Pegula to serve. And she gets a huge let, but it bounces out. Second serve. Into the body, inside in. Return, back in return is in the tram lines. 15 love. Yeah, first serve in the body, crammed nicely. And now Jessica slams the racket, holding still onto the racket into the ground. Forehand in the net, 15 all. It's their first serve again. I'm pretty sure Rybakina is going to go heavier on the second serve. Oh, double fault! So the pressure's really starting to pile on Pegula. This is solely a mental issue now. Back and down the line. High looping ball. Back and drive volley from Pegula. And Rybakina gets her backhand, hits her backhand in the net. Looking for the passing shot cross court. Easy to say once the point's over, but maybe a lob would have been better. You can see Pegula likes to get close to the net. First serve out wide. Good return from Rybakina. Put enough pressure on the American, who could only hit her double hand backhand in the net. It's break point. And wouldn't this just be ideal for the Kazakh to win this game and take a commanding lead in this third set? But she hits her backhand return long. It's juice. Good first serve. Return was short. Pegula tries to go hard. She's been hitting too many unforced errors. Sanjay was saying in the beginning, in their first set, it looks like Rybakina is playing for Pegula. But now it's in reverse. It looks like the American is playing for the Kazakh. But that was too easy for the number 5 seed. Short return, forehand, inside in winner. We're back to juice. And the first serve goes in, landing on the service line. Turn is long. First serve attempt down the tee is in the net. Kick onto the backhand, return is cross court. Good backhand down the line from Pegula. Oh, switches up, tries to go down the line, finds the tram lines. This is so tight. Back to juice. Forehand return, cross court. Pegula falling backwards, hits a forehand in the net. It's another breakpoint opportunity. How long can the American hold on? Rybakina. It's just so powerful right now. It's a first serve retake. Another let. Wow, ace out wide. Again, cross court. They're in a rally. And Rybakina just snatched at that backhand. It landed cross court in the tram lines, unfortunately. First serve out wide in the three-quarter court. Forehand inside out. Open up the court. Rybakina steered a double-hand backhand long. The shake of the head from Pegula knows this is just not on. Three, two. Sixth game. Rybakina misses her first serve. Kick onto the backhand. Inside out backhand return. Big forehand down the line. What a winner. 15 love. Chris in the group. Ryba is going to win this battle. Or definitely it's going in that direction. Just so calm. Rybakina. Oh, big first serve on the backhand. Jessica screaming now into the ground. Not looking composed at all. The American fighting with herself. Kick onto the backhand. Inside in backhand return winner by Pegula. Oh, wonderful placement. Wow, an ace down the middle of the court, through the center, Mrs. Fenter. And that's what I mean. If she continues to play this way, dropping these bombs of a serve, she's going to win the match. Wow. I thought I was questioning whether that serve was in, and thereafter I was questioning whether the return was in on the baseline. Pretty sure Rybakina has the same thought. First serve let. Try to go out to the backhand, but the net was in the way. Hard into the forehand, inside in forehand return winner from Pegula. My goodness, it's juice. Oh, look at that. Fighting fire with fire. Ah, stunning technique. Short backswing. Finding good timing. Rybakina still hit more winners in the set. 10-6. 10 winners for Rybakina, 6 for Pegula. Oh, great ground strokes from both ladies. Hard hitting. Pegula's trying to add some power, but she's under pressure now. Drop shot from Rybakina is too high. Ah, what a winner. Dispatched away for a forehand. Winner cross court. Was the right idea because Rybakina used her double hand backhand to really pull Pegula out of the court, and then playing the drop shot on the forehand side forced Pegula to run the longest path that any tennis player can run as a sprint on the tennis court. And again, she needed that this time, cramming Jessica a little bit in the body. She's not happy with herself. That was really difficult. So short return, inside out forehand. Jessica's chasing. Great volley. Oh, my word. Elena had to kind of backtrack and move onto the forehand side, almost away from the net. Yeah, she was about to cross over the service line and then realized, wow, this is a good backhand from my opponent. Great volley. No ways. Was it in? Gula with a smile on her face, shaking her head, dealt with that serve from, just superbly. Incredible, beautiful technique and footwork. Both feet off the ground when she made contact with a double hand backhand. Good serve out wide. It's open up the court. That's a winner. Forehand down the line. Advantage. Rybakina again. Yeah, so points played on serve. Rybakina's probably got about 20 more points in this match, proving that it's been very challenging for her to hold her service game when Pegula's got the return. But this has definitely been the best returning game in terms of hitting winners off the return for Jessica Pegula, who's inside the baseline and hits a double fault. Kick serve out wide in the tram lines. That's not going to help. Definitely going for more power. Now the first serve's in. Return was short. Drop shot. Wow. Half volley drop shot. Great touch. Great hands from Elena Rybakina. It's another advantage. Game point opportunity for the Kazakh. Just needs to make life easy for herself now and convert. Move on to the next game. Beautiful touch. Wow. Kick onto the forehand. And good return from Pegula. Just loving that advantage side. Double hand backhand in the net from Rybakina. See, she's trying to use her legs more, bring her body lower. And Pegula's striking that ball. It just seems to glide off the surface. Second serve. Good return cross court. Forehand down the line is long by Pegula. Gifting Rybakina another opportunity to win her service game. I think Rybakina should go into the body now. She's trying to always go out wide, maybe thinking about the ace. Ah, there we go. That was definitely going into the body, but unfortunately hits the top of the net. Let first serve. There's a dispute going on. They're busy talking with the chair umpire. I actually thought that the serve went long. It looked like it bounced out after it clipped the top of the net. Chair umpire, she's put headphones on, having a word with somebody, probably the people in charge of replays and yeah. So here we go. Here's the replay. First serve hits the top of the net. Oh, I mean, it looked out, but that's awfully close. Did it go through the net? No, it went on top of the net. Are they trying to see if the ball went through the net? No, it definitely, in my eye, it looks like it hit the top of the net. It's strange that Pegula wanted that. So, advantage, Rybakina, first serve. This is live. And she goes down the middle of the court to wrap it up after all that time. It's 4-2. My goodness, you could have thought for a second that would have put off Rybakina. But maybe after these long service games, that little bit of rest just allowed. Yeah, hello, Anna. Yes, this is still the first match. Incredible. First serve in the net from Pegula. Good aggressive play by Rybakina, moving Pegula around the court. Forward to back it. Wow! Rybakina reacted too late to move forward to the net. Pegula just picked her spot. Forehand passing shot, cross court. Good return, inside in, forehand. into the net. Good return from Rybakina. 15-all. So down the middle of the court is landing short. Pegula smashed the forehand cross court for a winner. Another good first serve. Hard for Pegula to deal with. (40-15). And that was a quick service game in favor of the American. Still going on serve. Chair umpire calls time. The ladies get up. (4-3). Rybakina is somewhat still in the driving seat. First serve down the middle of the court. Clip the top of the net. Let will be a retake. First serve again down the middle of the court. This time goes long. Second serve into the body. And Pegula tried to get around the backhand to use a forehand. Unfortunately, was unable to get the feet in the right place. Forehand return in the net. First serve's in, back and return cross court. Rybakina went with a backhand down the line. She's at the net. Backhand volley short, bringing Pegula in. Goes for the lob. And wins the points in the end with a backhand volley short. 15-all. Nice point. If you're a neutral, serve out wide. Great return down the line. Backhand cross court. Rybakina is under pressure. Forehand drive, volley, cross court winner. Jessica Pegula. Short return, and now it's Rybakina's turn to smash her forehand cross court for a winner. Even though Jessica guessed the right way, too much angle, too much power from the Kazakh. 30 all. Another first serve attempt down the middle of the court. Lands wide of the middle line. Second serve. Kick into the body. And I think the return was long. Yeah, sure was. So game point, 40-30. Short approach. Rybakina lets the ball bounce this time. Smash. Cross court for a winner. 5-3. Much, much better. That's okay. Rybakina has missed too many overheads directly out of the air. And I even said it, the next time Jessica sends up a moon ball, let it bounce. Don't try any drive volleys, especially smashes. Let it bounce first and then pick your spot. Did exactly that. 3-5. Oh, Pegula starts with an ace down the middle of the court. And now she'll be using her second serve. Rybakina inside the court. Huge backhand cross court. Return inside in forehand. There comes the high ball again. Oh, lands on the baseline on the forehand side. Good defense from Rybakina. Pegula's now at the net. Lob over Pegula's head. Goes in. Inside in forehand is long, I'm guessing. Oh my word, it hit the baseline. Forehand slice in the net from Pegula. It looked long. $15 all. First serve's good. Return's not too bad. Both ladies are hitting more or less down the middle of the court. And then Jessica changed it up. Rybakina couldn't get her double hand backhand cross court over the net. Wow, what an ace through the center. Mrs. Fanta, 40-15. Slice out wide, return cross court. The court's wide open. Pegula sends that forehand down the line for a winner. It's 5-4 for Rybakina. And after the 90-second break, you got 90 seconds, Rybakina will stand up to serve for the match. And what a match it's been. Nice to see Pegula in this third set stay close to Rybakina, but really it was the Kazakh that made the difference. Very, very slow start, lots of unforced errors in the first set. Ended up losing it and hung in there to about halfway in the, early halfway in the second set to break Pegula. Eventually taking that second set. But I just always felt from that moment on, Rybakina has been more in charge. So 2/3 of this match, she's been dictating the play, found her rhythm, her serves improved a lot, even so much confidence that she's been almost hitting her second serve like first serves. Serving for the match. Kick onto the backhand. The return clips the top of the net. But Rybakina is really letting loose with that forehand. Too strong, too hard for American to deal with. 15 love. Kick into the backhand. Great return cross court. So much power. Pegula's looking so confident, being aggressive on those second serves. I mean, Rybakina needs to realize now that she needs to go more into the body. It doesn't always have to even be a kick serve. She can use the slice, swing it into the body, make it difficult. The ball stays low as well. And that is just perfect. Pinpoint accuracy. First serve down the middle of the court. Another ace. Just make it easy for yourself. Next 2 points. Aces. Easier said than done. She goes hard into the backhand. Great return. The double hand backhand return winner down the line from Pegula. I'm telling you, she just can't see it. It's always easier for us spectators. She's still trying to hit her favorite serves, but she needs to play with what's working, and Pegula will struggle if it's in the body. Goes hard out wide, forehand return, cross court. She sets herself up for match point with a beautiful forehand winner down the line. 40-30, Rybakina. Down the middle of the court. I think she's going to go down the middle. And she does. She clips the top of the net. What a serve down the middle. It's over. Rybakina is through to the semi-finals. What a match. Incredibly impressive. There you have it. In 3 sets, Rybakina does it again, coming from behind. I would say, to be very honest, she would probably admit as well, a sloppy first set, but she found her groove in just the right time. It was at 4-love down in the first set that I could see she started to play her game. Missing the lines, too many unforced errors in the first 4 games, but thereafter, she just tidied it up. It did take a few games towards up until the end of the first set, but from the second set, she just started to dominate, and the third set just got a lot more interesting when Jessica just started returning better and very aggressive, standing inside the baseline to take on the first serve, especially of Elena. Fantastic play. Thank you, Chris. Just saying in the chat, wonderful commentary. You should all subscribe. It helps you guys as well. Everyone, when you subscribe, you'll be notified of your favorite tennis players taking part of matches. I do this on a weekly basis. I'm new to this. I'm enjoying it as well. And meeting lots of people online, which is also very cool. So let's make the circle bigger. Hit the subscribe button, share with your friends, join the community as well. And well done to Rybakina as she moves on into the semi-finals. There's only one more quarterfinal left, and that's between Sabalenka and Baptista. But I need to go now. I need to get the next match ready. I'm going to be streaming very soon the men's quarterfinal. The qualifier, Landa Luce, is taking on Lehechka in the quarterfinals. That's going to be exciting. I really want to see this youngster, this qualifier from Spain, what he can bring on the court. But one more time, well done to Rybakina. Just fantastic tennis. And, well, at least from halfway in that second set, or halfway in the first set to the end of the match. Good fight from Pegula at the end. That's it. Thank you, everyone. And hope to see you at the next live stream. Take care.